This video is made for adult collectors because bro got by cosmic rust. Animated toys don't really fit in my current collection, so I don't own very much. However, there are a select few I really want to track down, like Lockdown, RC, and so on. And one of those was Rodimus, and now I finally found one, and man, this thing is fire. Why is it taking me so long to get this? This is animated Rodimus, and before I go any further, sponsor time. This video is brought to you by Tri-Treats. Tri-Treats is a snack subscription box service that delivers snacks from a new country every month straight to your door. They come packed with a wide variety of different snacks, fact cards, even a recipe each month. This month we got South Korea, and cue my dad eating a couple of them.
Oh, they're tiny.
Mm-hmm. They're good.
Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Turtle chips.
Turtle chips. Okay, these are too bad. Well, there's a bit of spice in them at the end. I like that.
They will be linked below if you would like to check them out, and if you use code THATTOYGUY, you'll save 15% off your first box, which is pretty good. So thank you very much, Tri-Treats, for sponsoring today's video. Now back to the actual toy. The silhouette of this dude is very on brand with animated. It feels like he nails it the best out of most of the animated toys. I dig the colors, the shade of red and orange they used with the gold accents. The shoulders, though, visually from the front look fine, but most other angles you can clearly see they are just attached by a stick. And it kind of breaks up the buff aesthetic he has, which is a small thing that bugs me. I love how clean this dude is though. There's nothing annoying hanging off the back. Everything is compressed so well. Head sculpt is nice, though something about it to me feels a tiny bit off from what we see in the show. It's so minor that I can't really tell you what's actually off, but looking at screenshots of the show and the face next to each other, it feels a bit too round. I don't know. It's still a very nice head sculpt. There's just like small minute thing that feels very off about it. His weapon is cool though, double barrel missile firing bow that can clip into his hand and elevates him with how his arms work. You can pull off some great bow poses, and honestly just some great poses in general. Man, this thing is very articulated for an animated toy. Toy of this era, there's a lot going on, like a lot. Even compared to a lot of the animated toys that were stylized that had a lot of articulation, this thing has like the most dynamic set of joints that I've ever felt on an animated toy that isn't like a legacy one. So the head is on a ball joint. You can get a little bit of tilt out of it, which is nice. You can look up that far, and then there's an extra joint in the neck, so you can look down that far and up that far, like even further so, and you have your rotation. The chin does bump into the collar, so like he starts looking up if you rotate it left and right, but I mean, that's like a natural look. And then if you go further than natural, then he starts looking a bit strange. These shoulders are on a ball joint and hinge setup, so they can rotate a full 360. They go out about that far because of the way that these shoulder struts are designed, and this one is a little bit loose. You have a hinge joint here that allows for the elbow to bend below 90 degrees. And then if you rotate the arm this way, you can then get it up to do a full double joint bend, and then you can rotate the wrist, so you can have that look if you want. And then, you know, there's the wrist swivel and a wrist hinge, that's for transformation. He does have a slight ab crunch, so you can crunch forward about that far, which is pretty good. You do have a waist joint. Hips can go forward, they can go back, they can go in and out. You have above the knee rotation. A little under 90 degrees of bend at the knee. I wish that was a bit better. That's like my only main complaint with the articulation. Also, I'm just noticing he has like molded in calf muscles. It's kind of funny. Then the ankles can go down. However, when they go down at that weird angle because of transformation. They can go up, and he does have a pretty decent ankle tilt for just being on a straight up down ball joint. So that's quite nice. He's very articulated. Like, this can do a lot, as you saw. For a toy from this time, it's very insane. It's really nuts. Also, I've noticed that if you want, like, I like the wings up here, but if you like them a little bit lower, you can take this, fold it down, and then the wings can sort of like pull out and rotate. There we go. They can rotate around. You could have it like Titan's Return style if you want. I don't know, that's how it was when I got it, but no, it's supposed to be this way. Boom. There you go, hot rod. So it's such a nice robot. I think it might be my favorite hot rod slash Rodimus figure in bot mode. So how's the rest of it? So the transformation on this is sort of like your traditional hot rod style transformation, but not. Like the torso. The torso is what is like normal hot rod. Everything else is completely different. So to start with, what we're going to do is we're going to fold the hands up. Now you don't want to fold them up at the ball joint, just at the hinge. I did it at the ball joint and then the hinge when I first got it, and I was like, why is nothing lining up? It has to be like this. The hand has to sort of cup the orange part. So you get all that situated there. Then you take the arms, you rotate them forward and shift them up. And they're going to collapse and look like the side of the car. Then what we're going to do is bring the camera up so I can actually see what I'm doing. Then we're going to take this entire panel here, bring this back, and this is going to sort of just slide together. Then the entire torso is held together by this windshield piece. So you pull that out, then you bring this whole section up. Flip the wheels out and then rotate the engine block up, or the engine scoop up, folding the Autobot symbol. And you can leave it the other way if you want to, but I'm going to do that and fold that down. Then we do the legs. The legs are kind of crazy. Well, for starters, you want to pull this out. And I don't like this. Clear plastic clip pieces that have to clip into here. Like, I don't know. I feel like I'm going to rip those out at some point. I might file them down because they're very tight on this figure. But once you get that out, now you can rotate the waist 180 degrees, fold the feet down, and bring them in at the calf, then fold them forward. The feet are going to peg into these little gaps at the front here. And while you're doing that, you're going to then take these panels and fold them over. And they're going to lock into place right there. Then you're going to bring this down. And then you're going to take these side pipes and shift them. Whoa, you cannot see that at all. Take these side pipes and shift them down. All right. This thing just started freaking out on the desk. Then you take the shoulders, bring them up. They're going to peg into the back section. And they're going to peg into the window, or windshield, I should say. So you get that all lined up. And then on my copy, this doesn't like to stay lined up, so I gotta kind of like fiddle with it a bit. But it's only this side. This side's immediate. This side isn't. It's very strange. And then there you have car mode. It's very fun. I like doing that back and forth. It's except for the shoulders. I'm gonna have to sand that down. But the rest of it is so nice to just like, it sort of compresses itself into this. It's very cool. I love how angular and stylized this alt mode is. The swooping lines along the side leading to the top mounted exhaust with the massive golden spoiler. It flows into itself very well, leading to this really great looking car mode. It cleans up well too with nothing hanging off, though the ground clearance I find can be a bit eh. Weapon can store at the top using 2 pegs, which is Transformers weapon storage. But it's a nice car and a nice size, and yeah, I think this is my favorite hot rod figure. I know hot rod or Rodimus, I keep calling it either or. But it's my favorite one. I definitely recommend one. Yeah, it's not worth that much. It's a cool toy, but it isn't like super rare or anything. I like it and urge you to get one, but for that price, good lord. Thankfully, my local shop just gave this to me. They're like, here you go, have a Rodimus. But that's my look at animated Rodimus. Follow me on Twitter and Instagram, and I will see you next time. Bye-bye.